Ladies and gentlemen, slimes and dimes and my hip-hop crimies and crimettes, welcome back to the channel. If you know, you know. If you don't, hit the button below. We back on the couch, baby, and today's a good day. I mean, it's a chill day, man. It's a little rainy out in the city today. I don't know where y'all is at, but the weather sucks today. I had a little baby shower. It was great. I loved it. More life. Shout out to it, man. This is why I kind of got a different hat on today. So I'm just sticking to however I was wearing and rocking today. But anyway, we're hopping right into Funny Joey in the podcast crew. And I don't mean Funny Joey in a bad way, because I fucks with Joey. You know what I'm saying? Joey always be breaking shit down in the funniest ways possible. And in this case, he's breaking down to Watch the Party Die. Now, you know, Team OVO, they broke down their vision or their version of how they took Watch the Party Die. Now, I'm curious to see what rapper brain, because, you know, he likes to do this on the pod. He likes to say, my rapper brain says this. So I want to know if Joey's rapper brain is going to kick in, or is Pod Joe mindset going to kick into this? I want to hear how he's going to break this down. I want to hear how this is going to go. So here we go.
We got big hip hop shit to discuss, decipher, break down, unpack. Everybody get your takes ready, get your hot takes ready here. If you love it, if you hate it. Mel, you heard this? Mm-hmm. Everybody here heard it?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, I'm going to play a little bit.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? Doja came here and told y'all it's for the people that read. It's for the people that read. Hey, I ain't proud of you niggas at all.
Funny Joey.
I love this shit.
All right, if you had Parks loving this on the
Joe's about to be funny as hell this segment. I just want you to know that right now. He's already starting off sick.
Joe Budden podcast bingo card.
I think that's a given. This is my bag. Like,
you are hitting. All right, Parks absolutely loves it.
Little soul loop.
I guess we're starting from that way.
All right.
Big Freeze.
Cool song. I'll never play it again.
Wow.
I'm not.
This is
I don't love or hate it. It's cool. Like, I get what he's saying. I understand what the song was meant to do, but this is not something that I would ever go back to listen to again.
Really?
Yeah.
That's already done.
Arrow is so easy. AI built me a website in minutes.
Okay. All right. Don't love it. Don't hate it. Cool. We'll never revisit this.
Now, I feel like that's been a lot of people's census on this song, regarding on whether or not it's who it's directed at or what the song is about. I feel like a lot of people did feel like this song was boring. Me personally, like, I did say it was a snooze fest at first, but once again, I don't need things for me to nod my head every single time for me to enjoy the sound and the music and what the message is and just what he's saying. And in Kendrick's case, I was enjoying what he was saying and what he was getting at and who he was talking to and who he was subbing. I was all into that. I'm curious to know where it's going to go. We're going down the line, it looks like.
Please. You want to give everybody your socials?
I know it's like fuck this
officially
song.
Add officially Ice. Black Twitter Hall of Fame, nigga. Fuck is y'all talking about out there? Y'all know his body. Mm-hmm. Big-ish.
Conceptually, it was like a 8.5 for me. I like what he was talking about. I understand everything he was saying. Sonically, it was like to Ice's point, it's not something that I'm gonna play.
All right,
but I think lyrically,
I'm
it was
shocked on Ish's point right now, because you know we seen how Ish just be on the couch like this, mad, like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm shocked that he really gave it the score that he gave it. You know what I'm saying, conceptually, you know what I'm saying, because I know he'd be talking about that sometimes. So I'm shocked that he, like, you know, he gave it that 8, man. But so far, nobody's rocking with the fact that the beat. Everybody wanted the beat, I guess. And it's hard to kind of, I feel like, how are you going to match They Not Like Us while we're still in the thick of this stuff? So it's like, I felt like this was a great push for that reason right there. Because he wants you to talk about what he's talking about. But I guess they're going to get there. I know I'm pausing, dog, but, like, shit, we seen it.
The concept, lyrically amazing.
Opinion,
as far as revisiting this, low probability there. Low probability. Flip?
I like the record. I just think the timing is wrong for me. I think it's the wrong time. I think especially after everything that's going on with the whole Super Bowl thing, I just think to put a song out like that, it's just the wrong time. That's the only thing for me that didn't make me really. I like the record. I think it's dope. I listened to it a couple of times. I like what he's saying, but it's like, nigga, you already won. It's not the time. You got the Super Bowl. People are mad about the Super Bowl, and then you drop this record. It's like kicking a dog while it's down. That's how I take it.
You take it as
Also, I'm gonna pause after all their takes, just giving you guys a heads up right now, just to kind of like see what they're saying and just kind of give my insight on it too, because I hear what they're all saying. Now the Queenz's point. I was saying this before, like he mentioned about the Super Bowl and you got it and all this. I feel like me particularly, I think that he dropped this song because people were talking shit about the Super Bowl and people were just complaining and whining about the Super Bowl. So he's like, all right, like I'm just gonna really just put the icing on the cake here with this song, whether or not you like it or not. Because if you haven't really been paying attention, he already said like niggas don't like the West Coast, it's fine with it, I'll push the line with it and whatever. And he's also said like F the industry and stuff like that. So he's been on this type of time. So him dropping this, I get what Flip is saying because you know it's the Super Bowl and like this is one of those like, with what you're saying, how are you also doing the Super Bowl, I guess? And that's what people's questions are as well. But that's an interesting take from Flip as well.
This record? You took this as a diss? Yeah.
It's a subby diss.
To who, though? To Drake?
I thought that's how I took it when I was listening to it.
I didn't take it as a diss. I didn't take it as that at all.
Not at all.
It's like more critical. He criticizing society. He criticizing hip-hop.
I'm with Flip on the diss side of it because with everybody saying it's not a direct diss at Drake, and we're going to emphasize on the words not a direct diss at Drake, we're still saying that it refers to what Drake embodies. So I'm just like, what does that really mean? If like he just came out of this battle, he's dropping it in the timing of it, and just if you really just listen to what he's saying, I feel like they're about to get into it too. I just feel like he's referencing the certain points as far as like who's out here dirty macking shorties. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say it like that, but he's like, it's like who's out here dirty macking shorties, who's out here being insecure, and like there's a lot of people like that are doing that, but and it's also on the back end of it, like he is dissing the people in the industry, whoever's around, and people that act like that. But I still feel like that's still a direct shot at Drake without saying his name, because as if you've seen my other videos, don't forget to like the video, comment, or whatever. I've also said that it's back to the subby games. Like the battle portion of this, as far as track per track goes, is over, but the subliminals is back in full effect.
Our culture.
The walk a man down line is more impactful after many people think that he walked a man down.
Yes.
I don't think he's referring to Drake. I think he's saying this is what it's going to take from all of us.
Yes, I agree.
Tough love to the people, and we'll be better for it if we.
What about the line when he said that there's no turning back? What's the line he said? He said the line as far as.
I'm going to continue to play it. I don't know if the line you was talking about is in his first verse.
It's in the beginning as far as when he said that there's no forgiveness.
It's too deep for us to turn around and go back or something. I know what he's talking about.
I gotta hear it again. He said it went too far. There's no forgiveness or something to that effect of basically saying that. I took it as nigga. It's no move
they
for
can't come back
apologies.
from
You can't come back from what happened, and the only situation I could equate that to is with him and Drake. That's why I thought that okay.
See, I take that line to mean the state of hip hop today, or the state of our culture, going back to where
like I understand that that's what he's getting at, but like why? I want to know why he's dropping that in this manner now. What makes him drop this now for us to act like this is what he's talking about? Considering that everything that's been going on in the last 3-4 months or whatever since June or shit probably before that, but like for us to act like it's not and I bang with QUEENZ like take on this right now too, and me and QUEENZ might be the only dudes out here thinking it's like that, and like shout out QUEENZ for even saying it because he's on a bigger platform saying it. I'm just little old Bito talking this shit, but I feel him on this, dog. Like how are we ignoring these things? Because if you're really just I think this is a double entendre song, no doubt. He's not talking about those things, but how we act like he's not talking about Drake in any way, any form or fashion. Like he's subbing Drake. He's not saying his name, but what are we saying?
The line, the shit got done too wicked to apologize. It's different. Tell him to get whacked.
I want his head before he's back home.
I mean, you guys are hip hop historians, so you guys think deep. On the surface level, that's what I took it as. So I was like, that's the wrong time.
But don't do that to yourself. You're an Afrobeats historian too.
The reason why I'm gonna tell you the reason why I wouldn't take this as a Drake.
Let's go, Freeze. Put me on
as a Drake diss, because I'm gonna give Kendrick some credit here. This is the same person that said if I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. And I'm not sleep dissing.
And that's the only thing where I'm just like, that wouldn't make any sense. So like, yeah, I get it, but once again, they're rappers, dog. Like they gonna get back to the subby. Like they do be contradicting themselves sometimes. But like he is right, and I have said that in my previous video. So don't kill me in the comments. I have said these things myself.
And so for you to, if this were a Drake diss, and you come out like this, it's very hypocritical of everything you just said. But I'm gonna give him benefit of the doubt and say he wasn't doing that. He was actually talking about him just being fed up with where hip hop is today, and I'm tired of this shit. And it's going to take basically, this is my call to destroy and rebuild type of shit.
This is destroy and rebuild. This is not.
It's
not
bigger than Drake.
This is not just hip hop. Way bigger than Drake. And this is for a couple days off of the Super Bowl promo vid saying no round twos. I see some of the thirsty Drake fans out there trying to make it sound like it's some huge dough. Oh, he's like no round twos. It's a round two. It's not a round two. You totally missed the point. Go grab a book or don't audio book. I don't know. Me, I just went to TikTok and listened to all the breakdowns. That's what I did. I got to see what was going on. But clearly, you can hear that he's fed up. It's almost like 3 o'clock high. I got the bully out the way. First month of school, and now it's time to deal with the rest of you. Like that's what it sounds like. And I'm out of order. I want to hear from Big Mel.
Big Mel.
I like the record. I'm not turning it off if it comes on, but I liked a lot more of the music that we heard earlier. But I thought the timing was weird as well, unless this is like a prelude to what is going to be the content of the entire album. So, and I also didn't take it as like a full-on Drake diss. I thought that it was like a jump off, like to where he understood that everybody would assume it was, and then it really became an indictment on the industry as a whole. And especially when you get to the third verse, I feel like he's really shooting at like YouTubers and streamers and stuff like that, like, you know, kind of like buzzards picking at a carcass. You know what I'm saying? Like that was kind of how I processed, like, we'll get to the third verse, but that was what really stood out in terms of the song for me.
I think that was a lot of that.
That down, her fine ass, man. But yeah, dog, like, she's definitely right on that. Like, there's definitely pockets of where he's talking about different things as well too. I think that first verse is not dedicated to Drake because obviously, like, since to say it's not a Drake diss, even though I'm standing with QUEENZ on this one and I'm standing on my opinion on that. I don't care what they gotta say. They may be right, they may be wrong, but everybody has an opinion. But I think that first little bit of it was probably something that was subby towards Drake, and that's why we're having this discussion. And then as the song went on, it starts going into more of like the state of hip hop and just the industry and just all the like the sucker things that are just going on around his world and just hip hop in general. So I do agree with that when they're breaking it down in this sense. But I am standing with QUEENZ that the first few verses or first few lines in the first verse we're definitely like subby like towards Drake, but down to Freeze though, and down to what I've also said in previous videos, like it doesn't make sense. But I'm just like, these dudes are rappers and they contradict themselves all the time. That's really what that is for me. I know we said it, but they lie. Sure. Rappers lie.
Yeah, I think it was bigger than hip hop. I think it was like just our culture. You know what I'm saying? Like our urban society. I think it was an indictment against that more so than just even hip hop music, in my opinion.
And all of this tracks back to if you really paid attention to like the Mr. Morale, Big Steppers album, like he's been kind of alluding at just being fed up.
Going back to Melissa's point when she said, "Is this like a prelude into like what's to come on his album?" Like, well, that gives us two different sounds then, because we saw the Not Like Us video, and he had that sample or that snippet in the beginning that we're still wondering what the hell that is. And we're like, well, that might be the sound of the next album. And here we are today with wondering if that is going to be the sound, which almost sounds like that's more like Freeze is just going into, or Ice. Sorry, I don't know why I keep calling him Freeze, but as Ice was just saying, like Mr. Morale and Big Steppers. So that's
with where the culture is. So yeah, now I take out the spearhead, the biggest artist in the culture, and now I can address this shit, kind of like what Joe was saying. Yeah, I don't.
I absolutely love it. I hate to take all the air out the balloon so early. Wish I could have found a slower way to walk the dog.
Funny joke.
I absolutely love it, and I'm probably not going back to it much.
It's just something good to listen to.
I feel like this was an extension of 616 in LA.
I said this a little bit
for me.
Fuck with your boy, dog.
Musically, sonically, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like if you hated 616 in LA, then you don't have a chance with this.
Falls in Meet the Grams also kind of.
Listen, dog, listen. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, dog. Like, if you haven't seen my what was it? All my Kendrick versus Drake beefs. I'm saying the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here on the couch just chilling saying it, but we say the same things over here, dog. I'm just saying.
Falls in that playlist.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Because I love 616 in LA. It's probably my favorite out of all of that. And I don't
You don't see similarities sonically?
I mean, just the beat, a little, yeah, but
my music profile of you is one with the chakras. 616 in LA has the tempo and the intensity, the drive sonically to get people like you where it needs to be. This doesn't have that.
The tone gives me
music. I don't think this is gonna get the people like you. I think that when people are super lyrical like this and like Nas and like a few other people, the chakra people out there are like, whack beat, get out of here. Some of the vocalists are choosing beats to highlight the vocals, and I think this beat selection is ridiculous. Shout out to Ransom. This beat is crazy. If I had a complaint, this is a 5-minute, 6-minute joint. At some point, I too would have liked when you get in your, like you did for it.
Yeah, but this is musically, the beat wise this is a genre of drumless kind of loopy sound shit. Even though they built around this loop beautifully, indiscreetly.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to get bigger.
Also, no, you're right about that.
This feels like a freestyle-y kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
You're right about that. I'm off base. Historically, we get Preacher Kendrick before Mike Williams and The Wire comes out. Before we see Omar, we get Preacher time. He normally leads y'all with some type of message, some preachy, rappity rap. I want better for my people, untitled album-ish type of shit, and then heads start to roll.
Well, you can hear that in this. Because the line he muted out.
I forgot the censor line.
That I have been trying for 4 days to piece together. And I will continue to do so. I haven't pieced it together, but somebody died there that shouldn't have died.
Yeah.
Because the next 4 to 8 bars, and I'll play it, is expounding on that. But somebody, I feel like direct names were said and killed, and I can't do that. So bleep that out. Other than that, I don't think we would get a bleep from him. 1. 2, not mad at anybody that hates it. It's not your bag. Totally not mad at you.
This is for underground rap heads, essentially. This is not supposed to be for commercial.
For the new audience that he gained from the beef from Not Like Us and the success that he had last year. This is back to the core, back to the backpack. For me, this is the 30 minutes that the pastor does at a black church after the climax and the organ stop.
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
He's saying some shit, but he just went up. This is to come down. There's a message here. We need to hear it. It's rude for us to get up and walk out right now. So, and he killed the whole sermon. So I'll stay. I'll stay. That was what I thought. I saw somebody on Twitter express it even better. I wish I could remember your name, homeboy, to give you the credit. But somebody on Twitter said this music sounds like the credits in the mob movie when each member goes to live their individual life and either ends up dead or in jail or the feds come or whacked, and then we get the script on screen telling us about the rest of their story. And when I saw it, they paired this music with that exact scene, and I said, he smoked that. Damn, he smoked that.
No Joe Budden.
Well, I'm not shocked by any of the takes. Whatsoever. That's crazy. I'm not shocked by that at all. But all of them, nobody's right or wrong in regards to how their perspective is or how they interpret the song. I think the song is meant to do that. It's open for interpretation. I think that's one thing. But it's also letting you know that there is a major problem in hip-hop, and I think everybody who has listened can at least agree on that point. Now, whether or not he's dissing and who he's subbing and who he's talking about, that's a whole different conversation for another day. But the overall message, we're all on the same page with that, and that's what it sounds like they're on. I'm standing with QUEENZ, dog. Like, listen, man, QUEENZ is on point. I understand he tried to downplay it, like, oh yeah, y'all think deeper and beyond. Like, nah, bro, you was listening to the same songs and hearing the same shit, bro. Like, Nah, you was on point with that, Queens. Like I agree with you. Like I know I said it about 10 minutes ago that I stand with Queens, but I'm gonna say it again as I conclude here that I stand with Queens. Let me know how y'all feel on what this song was really about. Do y'all feel like this was not a Drake sub, diss, whatever at all, or do you feel like this was mainly directed to what most of the cast said was basically coming at the industry and everything else? But I feel like they were all mixed on it though. You know what I'm saying? Because to Ice's point, you know, he said, you know, I didn't want to think that Kendrick would be dissing after the round 2, and I felt the same way. But I mean, they can't probably say it the way I'm gonna say it, but I'm like, man, these rappers be lying, dog. They say a lot of shit, but then they go back and do something else. So it's like, who's to say that he wasn't dissing them? And like, for me, I think a point that a lot of people are missing, I'm gonna hone back on this again before I get up out of here, is that the releasing of the song, though people felt like it was off, wrong timing, I'm like, well, have we not been watching kind of what's been going on with like what the conversation was in regard to him performing at the Super Bowl? So I feel like that was also his like STFU move as well too, which I think people are missing as well. And that's where I'm going to leave off at. I think that he just wanted to shut people up and just stop people from whining. So, and have a different conversation, which we're having right now. We're not even talking about him performing at the Super Bowl. But on that note, don't forget to like the video, comment, share, and subscribe. I will be back with another one, because I think Rory and Maul got something coming up too. I think they said something about their boys. Is the tables turning right now? I'm feeling different energy from them Rory and Maul boys right now. But I'm out of here. Peace.